Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan, and welcome to AiiW News. Today will be a significantly shorter podcast, as there really just isn't a whole lot of news going on except for one overarching story that we'll get to secondly. But first, I just want to continue to just ask everyone that's listening to my voice, please just continue praying for and keeping just keep praying for Nashville. It's a horrible situation. There's a lot of different forces at work that are over there. People that are trying to uh, say that trans people are under attack, which my understanding, as far as I know, I haven't seen a single attack against a trans person, especially not related to this. So I really just want to keep praying for the Covenant School there and that Presbyterian church and for the Christian community in Nashville at large. We need to keep them in our prayers and just pray that nothing like that ever happens to any of us. We need to be ready and willing and able to defend our family, our homes, and our schools. And so we just need to keep them in our prayers. Just a horrible situation. So thank you for listening to that. And, the other overarching story today that just dominates everything, there's basically nothing else in the news, has to do with Donald Trump. So he has, as I'm sure you have heard, been indicted in New York City on charges, I believe, relating to potential payment he may or may not have made to Stormy Daniels as hush money. So the whole thing is just a crazy story. It's not remotely worth having indicted a former president, but the Democrats are dead set on making that happen. So we've seen it here in New York City. There are two other cases where he may be indicted in the future. The next most likely one is going to be in Georgia over an election interference investigation that's been going on into Donald Trump and a phone call he made. I would look for that indictment to hit, they're saying, in the spring. And I guess it is pretty close to the spring, so pretty soon. And there's one other one, I don't remember where. Again, they're all spurious, they're all complete nonsense and completely not worth dividing the country further over. But the Democrats are dead set on getting him, so they're going to. So, if Trump's someone that you care about, you should go support him. If he's not, don't, doesn't hurt me either way. I just think it's crazy that we're indicting former presidents over nonsense that Hillary Clinton and the Clintons and everybody else get away with. But that's the world we live in, and that's where we're at. So, like I said, this is going to be a real quick episode. Not even really much to say. Trump's obviously not going to back down on this, and he's going to fight it to the fullest extent that he can. And I would just look for this to power Trump up. He has what some have described, like Scott Adams, as an energy monster. So he takes the energy that you give him, and he just blasts it right back out 100 times more than what he got. And so I think that's what's going to happen here. He's going to use this to catapult himself into the next phase of his campaign. And, so that's what's going to happen there, I believe. And, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the rest of the campaign. That'll be a very interesting turn of events. My prediction is that this is going to turn out very similarly to the way that the nuclear option was first used by the Democrats. And just a little refresher, the nuclear option is a precedent that was set by Harry Reid, the then Democrat leader of the Senate. He used it and invoked it to stop someone from using the filibuster, which is a senator's right to get up and speak for as long as they want. And so normally that would take a vote of cloture that requires 2/3 of the senators to say that they want this man to stop speaking and to sit down. So that's normally how it went before the nuclear option was invoked. After the nuclear option was invoked to after it was invoked, it has been used in different settings, and ultimately was used to it was used to get to stop Merrick Garland from becoming so Merrick Garland wasn't able to become a United States Supreme Court justice, and then it was used to stop debate and stop filibusters for Donald Trump's appointments to the Supreme Court. So that ultimately is what got Roe v. Wade overturned, was this one thing Harry Reid did way back in the day, and then Republicans repaid him back 10 times as much as what he did. And I predict that's what's going to happen with this indictment. If you can indict former Republican presidents, we can start indicting former Democrat presidents. So we'll wait and see. I think that's probably where it's going to end up, where politicians just start getting indicted left and right for crimes that they've committed. And I think that's probably a good thing. We need to see politicians more afraid of going to jail. But yeah, so I don't think anything's going to come of the Trump indictment other than it's going to give him more power and a bigger platform, and will likely lead to actual Democrat perverts getting arrested and jailed. So could end up being a very good thing, potentially. So I just wanted to end by playing a psalm from Poor Bishop Hooper. This is Psalm 140.
Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from the violent, who plan evil things in their hearts and stir up wars. They make their tongues sharp as a serpent, and under their lips is venom. Guard me, O Lord, from a wicked hand. Preserve me from the violent, who have planned to trip up my feet. The arrogant have hidden a trap for me. With cords they have spread a net beside the way that they have set. I say to the Lord, you're my God. Give ear to the voice of my cry. O Lord, the strength of my salvation. You cover my head on the battle day. As for those who surround me, let the mischief of their lips be overwhelming. May burning coals fall on them, may they be cast to fire and pits. Let no liar in the land, and let evil hunt down the violent man. The Lord will maintain the afflicted. He'll give justice to the poor. The righteous will give thanks to your name, and the upright will dwell in your presence. The Lord will maintain the afflicted. He'll give justice to the poor. The righteous will give thanks to your name, and the upright will dwell in your presence.
All right, and we'll end with a reading of Psalm 140 so we can hear the exact words as they are written in Psalm 140. Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from violent men who plan evil things in their hearts. They continually gather together for war. They sharpen their tongues like a serpent. The poison of asps is under their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from violent men, who have purposed to make my steps stumble. The proud have hidden a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set traps for me. Selah. I said to the Lord, You are my God. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord. O God, the Lord, the strength of my salvation. You have covered my head in the day of battle. Do not grant, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Do not further his wicked scheme, lest it be exalted. Selah. As for the head of those who surround me, let the evil of their lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again. Let not a slanderer be established in the earth. Let evil hunt the violent man to overthrow him. I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted, and justice for the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks to your name. The upright shall dwell in your presence. Thank you for listening. This was episode 10 of As It Is Written for March 31st, 2023. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye.